Hi everyone. We are going to be talking a little bit about new beginnings as it's the beginning of 2025 and forgiveness. Forgiveness is a word that I haven't been too keen on using ever because of the association of the word and what it means. And I did do a video and I put a link below this video about language and labels. And one of the issues with language and words that we use, they're so restrictive, and that's partly because there are some words, a lot of words that are associated with certain things because as the conditioning that we've experienced, we believe that certain words mean certain things because of this matrix-like system that's come through and taught us that this word means that, and therefore it's associated with this and that. And forgiveness is one of those words I've never really liked using because whenever I think of the word forgiveness, I always think of, oh, so I've done something wrong, or that person's done something wrong, so I must forgive them. Because this has been part of the religious structure that's been put in place as well, that's made us believe that, we have sinned, we've done something wrong, and therefore we must forgive ourselves. So I don't like to use the word forgiveness. However, in this context of this video, I'm just going to use that word because it's probably the closest thing to what I can imagine kind of using. So I really feel like this topic of forgiveness is important, and not in a way that I think we've, maybe many of you have watched like videos on this, forgive yourself, forgive that person and let go. And which I just find sometimes so funny. Whenever you hear things like that, you're just like, oh, okay. Because yes, that's all true. Absolutely, that's all true. However, we learn things through life. Sometimes it's so easy to believe one word, one thing can make everything go away. But really, in reality, unless we are faced with these situations, we can't be triggered enough, like I've said before, to be activated in order to change. So there's a transformation as part of this that happens, and it has to be through your life living. That's how it happens, through the body, your intuition, and as you're living your life. So basically, new beginnings, I feel like it's really important because we are stepping into this new timeline, as I've said recently in other videos, and I'll put the link below as well on that. This new timeline, we're shifting in. As a new beginning, there's a new part of us that's starting. We are the beginning of this new start. This is what we're doing. So energetically, we are bringing this new beginning with us as humans, as the light workers are starting this and everyone else is following along, right? When we are beginning any new chapter in our life, whether it's through this timeline or you've done in your past, anytime you're starting a new beginning in your life, there's always some kind of ending to something, right? There's like this part of this ego death that you're going through where you have to say goodbye. Maybe it's to certain people in your life, certain situations, certain belief systems, whatever it is, certain structures. And now it's a beginning part. But some of that beginning part, there has to be a closure to something, right? It kind of works both ways together. So in this part of its new beginnings, what we have to understand that there's a forgiveness part of this as well. So not only are we in this situation learning, and we must learn more and more to bring love to the past person that we were, the old person that we were, because we have to understand and bring compassion and love and empathy for that person and not be restricting and hating that person for what that person did. So we must bring love to the whole situation as we say goodbye to it and start this new beginning. But also, what's really important as well as you're going through this journey is understanding, again, this word forgiveness. So there is a part of this, ending and new beginnings is by forgiving. One of the parts of this is forgiving that person that you were, or that other person, someone else in your situation, or whatever the situation is, everything, forgiving that. But not only that, a big part of this, because we're so used to thinking about forgiving other people, I must do better, I must forgive that person because that person did that, but now I'm moving on and there's a forgiveness there. But really, I feel this is so important to understand. It's not about forgiving anyone else, it's actually about forgiving yourself. Again, I don't like to use the word forgiveness, but it's about accepting. Another way of saying it is about accepting yourself in what you did, in where you were in your life in the past before you started this new beginning. In every situation, everything that you said, everything, you have to forgive yourself. It is not about forgiving anyone else because everyone is on their own journey. Everyone, I've said this before, everyone is on their specific soul path. That means wherever anyone is and whatever they've done is exactly what they're meant to do. So, what exactly are you forgiving? What are you forgiving? They haven't done anything wrong. No one's done anything wrong. You haven't done anything wrong either. However, the mind comes in and you start believing that you have done something wrong. And when we believe we have done something wrong, we put that on the external and we say that that person's done something wrong. So not only has that person not done anything wrong, but we haven't done anything wrong either. So this whole process is really important in terms of understanding it's about forgiving ourselves. Again, not a word that I like to use, but it is about accepting yourself in everything that you have done ever in your life. Can you bring that complete unconditional love for this person that you are and have been, which was always part of you and still might be a little bit of part of you, right? And that is forgiving yourself and not anyone else. This is all about you. I have said this before. We are not here to be part of anyone else. We are only here on a solo mission doing this all for ourselves. Everything that you are going through in your life is about for you. It's for you, not for anyone else. So if you have gone through this journey, which I feel a lot of us have or will do more and more as we're going through this ascension, then understand it's not about anyone else. It's not about forgiving anyone else. It's about forgiving yourself. Because when we feel bitter or any kind of hatred for anyone else or anything else, any situation, it's because it's actually a mirror for how we feel about ourselves. So it's not about forgiving anything or anyone else, it's about forgiving yourself. What do you feel like you've done wrong? Okay, bring the love into that and understand you have never done anything wrong. You never will do anything wrong because everything is always just love. So this is about you and not anyone else.